Innovation in gynec surgery is constantly evolving, making procedures less invasive. And we all know the benefits of minimal access surgery over conventional abdominal surgery. Maybe now single port laparoscopic surgery is another innovation that may further improve gynecological surgery outcomes. What do you mean by single port surgery? Single port surgery refers to the technique of laparoscopic entry with either a single use of fascial incision site with a single trocar and multiple ports, or the use of single skin incision with multiple fascial incisions with individual trocars. Different names have been given: LESS, that is laparoscopic endoscopic single site surgery; SPA, single port access; SILS, single incision laparoscopic surgery; or OPUS, one port umbilical surgery. We all gynecologists have been using single port surgeries for tubal ligations. But the first single port laparoscopic hysterectomy was reported in 1991. But still, most of the literature regarding single port surgery consists of small identical case reports or small case series. These are the different devices for single port surgeries. What are the advantages? Definitely there are many advantages. That means improved cosmesis with a single incision hidden in the umbilicus, rather than having 3 to 5 small abdominal incisions. There's reduced pain, reduced operative complications related to trocar insertion, and easier specimen removal through a larger incision. With single incision through the umbilicus, it prevents penetrating the muscles, so the patients have less pain. It reduces the incidence of wound infection, eliminates the risk of epigastric vessel injury, decreases visceral organ herniation. We all know as larger umbilical incision facilitates easier closure of the fascia and decreases herniation risk, as the patients are at increased risk of hernia formation at extra umbilical sites where the trocars are more than 5 mm infused. So this is how the single port surgery looks. You can see the middle, there is single port and the muscles are all around here. It's not penetrating to the muscles, but still there are challenges of this technique. What are the challenges? This limitation of working space. The surgeon and the assistant must maneuver in a small space outside the abdomen, resulting in hand collision. Instruments and the laparoscope, they compete for space within the abdomen. The very purpose of laparoscopic surgery, which conceptualized the triangulation, this is challenged in single port procedure. So the surgeons remained reluctant to perform single port laparoscopic surgery. In addition, the surgeon's visibility was likely to be limited, as a laparoscope and other instruments has to go through the same port in the same direction. So now, maybe the use of robots as an alternative approach may overcome these problems. The robots can help in precise operation, and obviously it will give enhanced vision systems to eliminate visibility issues. With the popularity of robotic assisted laparoscopic procedure, single port surgery may be another avenue in which the Da Vinci surgical system may increase the number of surgeries by single port. So, a robot manipulator must enter the body through a single port. Its size, transmission, parallel orientation has to be very appropriate. So, two configurations were suggested. One is the X and the other one Y. This is the X procedure, X configuration. But of course, again, X configuration had external arm collision, large size, relative large incision size requirements. Here you can see if there is the instruments aligned in the same direction, you get less space. And with Y, the triangulation is maintained. Then came the Y system. They enter the body in I configuration and from a single incision, and once inside the body, they become Y. This prevents arm collision during operation, expands the effective workspace, and reduces the overall size, including the incision diameter. This is how the Y configuration looks like. But it has a disadvantage that it cannot operate in relatively large organs. Then came the spider system. Again, it had the disadvantage that it cannot operate for the large organs. IREP came, which is another snake-like robot with the 14 degree of freedom. And it has the advantage of maximum motion dexterity. Then came the sprint system, which had 6 degrees of movement. So what should be the ideal design of a single port robot? It must adhere to a diameter of 25 millimeter to avoid scar formation. It should have adequate force for surgical procedures. So a dual arm Y system was made, which had enough degree of freedom, and it prevented collisions and gave expanded workstation. Then came 2 types of Y system, spring driven and plate driven. The most modern now is PLAS. This is stands for plate spring mechanism based laparoscopic surgery robot. It has 2 systems, one the robotic arm and one the stem, which will enter the human body through a single incision. You can see the cross section of the PLAS system. It has a place for laparoscope, it has channels for arms, it has channels for working, and of course it has assisted with channels for wire, etc. And these are the arms, which had 6 joints. And you can see there are different joints which are operating and helping in movement of each joints. There are different motions which is corresponding. So this is the most advanced robotic system so far the single port robotic system is concerned. So the PLAS robot has advantage in terms of force and task area, and now it guarantees sufficient force and task area, and now most of the laparoscopic surgery which can be done by single port robotic assisted surgeries. Now there are different case reports and publications which supports that now we can shift to single port robotic surgery. In August 2014, SHAPE published the feasibility, safety and technique of gynecological robotic laparoendoscopic single site surgery. And according to him, RLS, that is robotic laparoendoscopic single site, is feasible and safe in select patients. Current status and future directions of a robot single site surgery, a systematic review. This also says that the volume of available clinical outcomes has considerably grown. There is a novel set of single site instruments specifically dedicated to LES, and now it is commercially available. In 2013 February, Otorino published Current Status and Future Directions of Robotic Single Site Surgery, a systematic review, and according to him, the adoption will definitely increase in future. In January 2015, UHN published Single Site Robotic Surgery in Gynecological Cancer, a pilot study, and of course, according to him, the single site Da Vinci robotic surgery is feasible, safe, produces favorable surgical outcomes. National Cancer Institute, Rome, Italy, Giacomo Corrado also published Robotic Single Site versus Robotic Multi-Port Hysterectomy in Early Endometrial Cancer, a case control study. According to him, the safety and feasibility of robotic single site hysterectomy for staging early endometrial cancer is feasible. And according to him, it is preferable to robotic hysterectomy in terms of blood loss, hospital stay, and estimated hospital cost. Santa Chiara Hospital, Italy, also published in 2014, robotic single-site pelvic lymphadenectomy. And according to them, bipolar forceps and monopolar hook is feasible technique in this direction as well. In 2014, Puccino published robotic single-site combined cholecystectomy and hysterectomy, and advantages and limitation. And according to him, 2 procedures can be done by robotic single-site hysterectomies. So, where do we stand with single port surgery? Robotics may facilitate diffusion of single incision surgery, overcoming current laparoscopic and LES limitation. Robotic platform still has technical features that may limit its uptake among surgeons, but now FDA has approved Da Vinci Xi platform for single-site robotic surgeries. Scott Walker, he had experience of 3 years of doing multi-port robotic hysterectomies, but when he did the first robotic hysterectomy that used only single abdominal incision, he was very excited. And he thought that single-site procedure takes robotic hysterectomy to the next level, offering women a state-of-the-art surgical option that is safe, less invasive, and now it does with the better cosmetic results. So to conclude, surgical robot gives surgeons more precise views of the uterus and surrounding tissue and organs, as well as greater dexterity. Single port robotic surgery provides all the advantages of multi-port robotic surgery, and allows the surgeon to perform surgery through a single small incision in the navel. Currently, it has been approved by FDA for doing benign cases only. So, should we shift to the single port robotic hysterectomy? Of course, if we can maintain the laws of robotic surgery. What are the laws of robotic surgery? A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. Second law, robot must obtain the orders given to it by human beings, except when such orders would conflict with the first law. Third, a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or the second law. So, we can shift to the single port robotic hysterectomy in future, provided we give the benefit of smaller incision, less pain, and faster recovery to the patients. We have to choose our patient because patients do not have any learning curve. Though the surgeon has to be confident and should, with great experience, can you shift to single port robotic hysterectomy in future. Thank you for your patient listening.